Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, editor-in-chief at Zach Stone Magazine. It's Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
I am editor-in-chief, Zach Stone Magazine.
I couldn't tell if I should go Zach Stone or Rolling Elias or Rolling Zach.
Rolling Elias is pretty much my grave. Just roll me out there.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Exactly, Gus. And I promise I will have more energy. I was called out for that. So if I didn't have enough energy, I apologize. And that's a hearted and well-meaning apology. I like that shit I gave your cousins.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tuesdays, we do it live. Saturdays, we post it later. People are watching this. We're all over Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Plaything that we're doing now. Tell a friend, share the episodes.
Yeah, but make them pay. Don't share for free like that Netflix stuff.
You can't do that anymore, remember?
I know. They cracked down.
Zach, we got a fun episode.
You get your peacock in while you can.
I was peacocking.
I'm sure you were. Poker face.
Great episode planned for today. Got a lot of stuff to get through. Before we get to that, Zacharias, tell everybody what you are drinking.
A very wordy beer from, again, the back of the fridge brewery. Possibly, I actually thought about saving this for next week because Eric, your boy, is coming over and he likes this stuff. From the Brewdog, I guess that's the brewery, Punk IPA, a West Coast IPA brewed in Ohio. United we stand for better beer, fiercely defiant and independent.
Show me the can. When did you get something like...
I don't know. Shit just shows up.
Yeah, I don't... You're going to hate that.
I'm going to hate this. It's a 7.5%er. It's going to be fierce. E2.
From Utica, New York, Saranac Brewery, Blueberry Blonde Ale with blueberry joice and natural flavor added, 5%. So I'm excited to have this.
I like that. Saranac, you ought to know by now, brewery.
Very good.
Let's get nuts.
Release a Kraken.
Fire in the hole. It's West Coast IPA, but it's brewed in Ohio, so bottoms up.
Oh, that's not as blueberry as I thought it would be. I thought it'd have a little bit more in there.
That's just as bad as I thought it would be.
So, Zach, before we get into today's episode, I know you're a PTI guy, and it happens every freaking week. I feel like
Kyrie demands a trade.
We should start with errors and omissions, because there was some stuff from last week that I was like, oh my God, we messed this up so bad. So you kind of already mentioned a little bit like, I'm sorry I didn't have the energy. And after the podcast, I texted you like, dude, are you okay? And your response was, I was really stressed out. The whole list just got me.
It got me. It got the better of me. The list won. I'm reading it. I'm trying to look at the thing. I'm like, I don't like my order. This monkey's doing long division in my head while this thing's going on. The chalkboard.
It's so funny because this is all for fun. And you're like, I don't know this list. It's got me up at night.
Abort. I couldn't.
And I told you at the wedding that happened, we only had one really big argument and it was over music and it was specifically over a song. I forgot the person in my list and I feel like such an ass. As far as Ed Sheeran doing the perfect song and he did it with Bey, who's now stealing Grammys at this point. I don't know how she's up to 32, but my favorite rendition of that song is Ed Sheeran doing the Italian version with Andrea Bocelli. The fact that I left him off my list, terrible.
Ed Sheeran or Andrea Bocelli?
Bocelli.
Well, Pavarotti, et al. They're all the same.
Speaking of et al, because
Italians.
You said that last week, which was great, and then before the podcast. Zach, I'm going to challenge you. Every time you say slay on a podcast, you're going to have to start drinking.
Yeah, I said it too many times last time.
Yeah, like I edit out the ums a lot, but slay is just getting to the point. I'm like, all right, I don't know what we're going to do with this guy.
All right, I'll come up with some new stuff. I'll have 3 new ideas by next week.
So, no, you mentioned as far as like the energy and whatever, it worked. It was funny. It was a great episode. So let's keep it going into tonight where we have episode 167. Calling this one, I Spy.
I Spy.
Finish that line. I spy.
With my little eye.
Because very nice. I'm going somewhere with this. Now, I really was trying to coordinate a beer with tonight's episode, and I couldn't. And as I sat down here looking at Saranac, do you know what's right next to the Saranac?
That's pretty good.
I had no idea that my beer has a hot air balloon type of thing, because the hottest thing in the news this past week was can we call it the Chinese balloon spy thing, or was that like niche geek?
You just did, so let's get weird with it.
All right, Zach, I have a couple of thoughts on this. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I think it was bullshit, dude. I think this was look over here while we do something over here. Could they have been more obvious if that's what the plan was?
I don't know. I just think of the Simpsons balloon with Skinner's ass hanging out, but same like weather balloon. I don't know. I was hoping if they shot it down, like confetti would come out, or like Chinese
Something?
newspapers. It would be great.
Or do you think they were doing this is so dumb they'll never think it's real, but it
Glitter,
is real?
full
Right?
of glitter would have been
Glitter
amazing. Just
bomb?
everywhere. I'm surprised countries don't play pranks on each other like that. Like,
It would start a war.
if we put a glitter bomb on Denmark, you think that starts a war? It starts a prank
Oh,
war.
they're so neutral. Those
I
guys are
know.
great.
How great would that be? You pop the balloon, you know what's in there, and just glitter just rains on you. Ruins everybody's day.
If it's Swedish colors, it would start a war.
Kind of war, that meatballs and whatever they have in Denmark.
Blondes. I think that's what they're notorious for.
Blondes.
I spent a lunch
ABBA.
in Sweden. I went to Denmark in high school, and we did like a go there for the day. It's all true. It was Hitler's dream. They're all 6 feet. Everybody there's beautiful.
Did you crush?
I
Did you
tried.
close?
I did. No, I was so young. I was like 16 years old. I asked one person, "Do you know who Peter Forsberg is?" And they were like, "Of course, Peter Forsberg. Yes."
Yes. I am Peter Forsberg.
So Zach, as far as the whole spying thing and the name of today's episode, I'm calling "I Spy." It actually got me thinking. Now, you grew up as a single child, or I don't know the proper verbiage for what you did as a child, right? But I assume you were in like your Bentley being chauffeured on your vacations. But what was the
Probably.
backseat of the car growing up for you?
Of my mom's '93 Celica.
I don't know. When you guys went somewhere,
part of
was
the
it?
Celica coming in like this and like hit me in the ribs.
My mom had a Celica too.
I had it in college. It was great. Like one person in the back.
But like, okay, so most people who had siblings, which you did not, nor
Oh, I
did your
did.
wife,
With my half sister. She tortured them in the car.
go on. This is what I was getting at.
So, like, one point we went on a trip. I don't know where we went. My sister Rachel cried the entire state of Delaware. There's a feather in her cap.
Some things never change.
They don't. She used to make she's fine arts major now. Every time she would like draw an animal or something, I would let me see it, and I would take like a pen and draw a brain in the middle of it and just ruin the whole thing.
You're such a dick.
I know. and of course the hilarity ensued. As I got older, Emily was in the middle, and two of them would just go at it, cats and dogs.
So you were never riding bitch?
No.
But you guys didn't play any games growing up? Like there was no, again, like the I Spy or...
Yeah, we would do the license plate game or I Spy or like Punch Buggy.
Full disclosure, I'm not sure what the license game is.
License plate. Like try to get every state or, see who can... The
Hawaii?
long ride, you got to do something, man. Oh, what genius games did you and Allison play?
So we actually rode more in style. My dad had a Cadillac, and my mom legit would go
He's got guns.
food shopping before our trips. And I don't mean like, I'll get you guys some snacks. She would get grocery bags. We'd throw them in the back seat on the floor, which was great. And we had boxes of cereal, all the candy we could eat for a ride. And then she ended up buying one of those TVs where you plug into
By the time you get to Indiana, you got the diabetes.
Indiana. We never left the East Coast, buddy. I don't think. Oh no, Vegas. I was gonna say I don't think my dad's been to the West Coast. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. So
Right,
we would
Snyder.
we'd watch TVs and stuff. Like as far as doing all that, and every now and then my sister might do like a hand clap, or maybe we'd play some cards or something.
You did the Miss Mary Mac.
I'm not bad at taking me out to the ball game where you go 1 and then 2 and then 3. People listening to this are like, I know what he's talking about. I'm not bad.
All right.
So I don't know. I
The
eventually as
tournament good?
Eventually, as I got older, I thought it's when I play with my niece and my nephews, we tend to do I'm going to the grocery store and I'm going to buy something that starts with an A, with a B, with a
Oh,
C.
those 2 punk kids who I met?
The fun kids.
Punk kids.
I don't think Bryce was old enough, but definitely with Madison. Then we made it very playful where we would start to do like, and I'm going to get ice because it's cold. And you make the people do the voices. So I don't know what's going to happen with my kid, but.
Why did ice become Anna Delvey? Go cold.
I was doing that forever ago. I don't know.
Poor.
What do you do with Zoe when you drive up to Mass?
Crank up the 90s and then let her sing along.
Does she know 90s?
She's into it. Loves Chili Peppers. Likes some Nirvana. We got to get her into Bruce. We got to get her pumped for the show. Likes Billy Joel. Yeah, I listened to good music. When Jenna had the vid, and we drove up to Mass together, Zoe and I. It was great. It was like the last week of K-Rock, and they were playing deep cuts, weird stuff. I was just in my glory. She
When did
tolerated it.
K-Rock go under? Is that recent?
Like a couple months ago.
Oh, I had no idea.
It's now just like 10-10 wins. But they were playing like Dust It Off. Let's get real weird. Like I hadn't heard that song since '94. Like that kind of thing. Oh, it was great.
You give us 10 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Miss
Zach,
K-Rock.
this episode's coming out on Saturday, and there's something massive Saturday night. It's UFC Perth, which is another pay-per-view for people who aren't watching it.
They're just going to look for the nuclear waste. Is that what they're going to look for?
Did I tell you they found it?
Oh, mazel.
Oh, I know. I thought of the next day. I was like,
Broken arrow,
really?
no more.
I know. But no, they're doing a champion versus champion main event, it happens every couple of years. I personally think the bigger champion is going to crush the little guy, but I'm rooting for the little guy. I'm excited for that. But the bigger thing upcoming is the big game. I guess, we can say Super Bowl, right? Nobody's going to sue us.
You said Chinese weather balloon. You can say Super Bowl.
So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it. I think I'm going to be watching it with a Chiefs fan. And my dad usually calls me like I'm a bookie and tells me who he's taking and for how much. So my dad took the Eagles. So I naturally have the Chiefs watching with the Chefs fan.
Did he put the money with his platinum cards, plural?
Not going to get old, is it?
No, it's not for a long time. And then it'll come back.
I guess as far as the Super Bowl
crew, I got Eric, your boy, George, Deanna, like the crew coming over. They all invited themselves.
No invite.
You could have easily been invited.
Yeah,
they didn't get one either, by the way. True story. They all invited themselves. My standing party got canceled, and next thing you know, it's a rager. It's House Party 3.
I think they're remaking that. Meanwhile, do you remember we were talking about things being remade? This is a big callback. Have you seen the trailer for White Men Can't Jump, the new one?
I didn't. I saw the still thing, but no, I haven't seen it. I don't get it.
So bad. It looks really bad.
Yeah,
it's like, Jack Harlow. I like that guy, and the other guy, you're like, it looks really bad. So
Harlow's supposedly a good player, though.
Good for him. Don't do it. I'm not a fan. Look, I'm still going to watch it, at least steal it at some point. Zachy, what is your spread going to look like this weekend?
Pizza and wings. You want better food? Get out. Go to your own party. Whatever they want to bring. Jenna keeps saying, should I make something? But I don't want to make something. But maybe I should. It's just, this is why my standing party should have kept happening. Because you can just go there with a 6-pack of Bud Light and call it an evening.
My guy is making
but I don't have to drive out to Deep Long Island, so I'm good.
My guy wants to really do something up, and I'm like, dude, let's just make it easy. He goes, it's my team. I have to really make sure we're having a great time. I'm like, honestly,
it's gonna be all Kansas City based food.
No. Well, it's funny because we did New Year's a couple of years ago with this guy, and he made lobster and steak. So I said, just make the same thing you had last time, lobster and steak. He goes,
love it.
That's not happening. I was like, I didn't think so. I would be fine, honestly. Frozen moss sticks. I'm really fine. I couldn't care less. Last year at Timmy's house, he got enough food to feed the Eagles' offensive line. There were 4 of us. He got hoagies and fresh baked pretzels from Wawa. I was like, dude, what are you going to do with all this? He goes, I'll just take it to work and give it to the Mexicans. So I was like, all right.
Nice. You can say that?
They are people from Mexico.
The same with the people same with Grunella.
So Zachy, this should have been in Pishadoo of the week, which you still can put it in. But as far as the Super Bowl goes, you play sports. People talk trash. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the one rule of talking trash is after you lose, you need to shut your mouth.
Yeah, then it's over.
Brandon Ayuk, losing wide receiver from the 49ers, came out hard against the Eagles going, they're not good. They're going to get crushed in the Super Bowl. And I didn't even read the article. I went,
even
are you
better.
dumb?
That means you really suck because they killed them.
Well, they're going with, if our quarterback didn't get hurt, it's like,
you mean their 9th string guy?
McCaffrey was throwing passes. That was one of those. I heard that, and I put that in Pishadoo of the week, but I really like my Pishadoo, so I was like, I guess I can't do this.
I got some stuff too.
You do? So moving on to your section, I'm trying to find a nice little name for it. Now, I think you're a jerk, and you have quirks, so I'm calling this the Jerks Quirks. Quirky Jerky's better than Quirks Jerks. Jerks Quirks.
Quirky Jerky. Whatever you want to call it. Josh Allen of Pro Bowl fame was too injured to play the Pro Bowl this week, but had no problem playing 4 days at Pebble.
You see Aaron Rodgers is running away with it.
He won.
Oh, he won. Okay.
Yeah, it's over.
Good for him.
But yeah, he won. But yeah, the guy, I'm too injured to play the flag football, had no problem. You should just say you want to play golf. You need to
You know
go
they're
back.
saying that the reason that Tony Romo is so bad is because he's focused on making the tour.
Tony Romo?
Yeah, apparently he's a scratch golfer.
Oh,
Fantastic.
yeah, I know he's fantastic. But he's so bad at what?
Commenting on sports. Have you not been listening to these games where he's more of a cheerleader and doesn't? I mean, he got big because he would call the plays.
Yeah, he
Now
was
he doesn't.
prophetic, right?
He doesn't follow it anymore, and he's just like, oh no, Jim, what are they doing? Like
Yeah,
he's really bad.
he's a good golfer, but no one was better than Smoltz. That guy just retired and just became a pro golfer. No questions asked.
We've talked about this on air. That
He's
Schmaltz
awesome.
playing
The
ping pong
beast.
with my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was that. You're watching The Last of Us, right?
Yes.
As you told me to watch it. I think my only problem is why did they get all for pissed? Every woman there is like making up and wearing lipstick. This is a zombie apocalypse. I am not putting on airs. Look, I don't have pants on. Like
They made a comment with the Mandalorian when he was like, "I'm going to take a shower," and the girl was like, "Yeah, you need a shower."
Yeah, I'm gonna stink like you would not believe. If there's zombies are coming after me, hygiene's the last. Oh, I'll still brush my teeth, but it bothered me with the lipstick. And they're all I made up. Not the girl from Game of Thrones. She's just not made up at all.
She's a child, Zach.
She's in her 20s.
How
She's like Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She's like 23.
old was Cameron in Ferris Bueller?
40.
Sly?
I don't know. No, he was like.
Oh, Cameron, the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Succession.
Alan Ruck was like 50. Ferris Bueller.
My God.
What else? I mean, Kyrie, all of it. He's got to be Pishadoo of the week.
Tell me you heard the owner of the Nets, who had enough of Kyrie, goes, "Oh, we were going to trade him anywhere, not that he didn't want to go." Like he basically said he wanted to go to the Lakers. There was no way that was happening.
Yeah, I'm just over, especially NBA players being their own GM and saying,
Agreed.
You know, it's just like the little big league. What's the price for a over an aging pitcher who's forgotten where the strike zone is? Like, what's the going rate for those guys? Let him play, and if he sucks because he doesn't want to be there, what's the going rate for him next year? The worst teammate in professional sports, just a team killer.
It's just weird that with Valentine's Day on the horizon, how he wants to get back together with his ex that he left.
Yeah, they all do that.
It's very strange.
Very toxic. I don't know if we're going to talk about the State of the Union. I don't really have much to say. Why do they even do that thing anymore? Like, couldn't there be a thorough email making them stand up and sit and clap? It's like shul. It's so self-indulgent. What are they going to tell me? That my tomorrow will not change.
Speaking of shul, how far into You People are you?
I finished it.
Okay, we are still a half hour in, but the opening scene
it's the
at
funniest
the
scene in
synagogue,
movie history. It's also the best scene in the movie
where they're doing the Yom Kippur.
Yeah.
How many heads did that go over? Because even as a Jew, that was like...
I don't know, but when he says, "I'm dead, you could cremate me and put me in the urinal at Dodger Stadium," and Rhea Perlman goes, "Don't you talk to us, badmouth the Dodgers." Like, it was incredible.
Yeah, we need to finish that one.
The movie was fine. The end is predictable. The movie is poignant enough, but tries way too hard. The first 10 minutes, it opens with such a bang. I thought it was the funniest movie of all time. It is not even close to Keeping Up with the Steins. Keeping Up with the Steins is so much better. And if you haven't seen it, it's incredible. Ari Gold and Jamie Gertz, you're welcome.
How many years ago? Did Ari Gold have hair?
No, yeah, he had hair. It was now he's doing the commercials for Bosley. He's really come full circle. He's selling the product, but
did I ever tell you I
bought You People didn't work? Watch Keeping Up with the Steins like tonight. Top flight. Thought the kid's bar mitzvah. Excellent.
Zachy, did I tell you about Broadway tickets one time to go see Ari Gold on? It was like a 3-man show. We get the playbills open, and there's a paper in the middle. You're like, you got to be kidding me.
And he wasn't there.
He wasn't there. What's his face? Mad Men. Emma or Moss. What's her name? From Handmaid's. Yeah. She was in Kate Moss.
Kate Moss. Kate Moss is the hot one. I know who you mean.
You know what I'm talking about. Elizabeth Moss.
You've been lucky it was Kate Moss.
I wouldn't see her. She have to turn sideways.
Perfect.
Yeah, we saw him. Keep going, Zach. You got more? You're quirky this weekend.
I'm weird. I felt bad about last one. So a Glamour's model, Daniela Rendon. Do you know who she is?
I don't know any models.
Yeah, great. Apparently, neither do I. Apparently, she fleeced the COVID relief for the tune of $381,000 that she used for cosmetic surgery, going to jail. She bought Bentleys. She bought all kinds of, and they found out because she put it all on social media. She had like some company and used it for her employees.
How you doing?
Worth it.
Worth it.
And then,
but how much jail is she getting? Nothing, right?
I don't know, nothing. For me, the weirdest one, I heard about this today. You might be on your list. Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be sitting in the dark for 4 straight days.
What?
So he has to he's going to make his decision about what he wants his future to be. And he is doing what they call a complete darkness for 4 days to make his decision. He's just going to hallucinate, he said, and get weird. Everything off. 4 days of just like a pitch black room. And whatever happens, happens.
See, Colin is obsessed with Aaron. So I love listening to Colin Cowherd's podcast. This means he's all he's going to be talking about for the next 3 days.
Yeah. The dark room. It's
Ow,
so weird.
The darkness.
Yeah, hello, darkness, my old friend. But like, what's he gonna get at? And by the way, why do you need 4 days? What can't you get in 4 hours of being in total darkness?
I don't know. During pledging, we did some stuff like that. After a couple hours, dude, it gets to you. It gets weird.
Yeah, we were in the complete darkness on our knees listening to Revolution Number 9. Hours. It's weird. And apparently, it's been the same deal. My dad used to have to do that when he was pledging. Except they used to do bibbidi bobbidi boo. That'll get you.
Was that supposed to smile, bibbidi boppity, and then you take a picture?
I don't know. Like, yeah, you know.
Tell me you remember my photographer doing that, or no? Were
No,
you enough
weird
pictures where he would put it up and he'd look, he'd go click, 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 and he'd go, ha ha.
I don't know. All I remember was the drone and that picture being a shit show. And
it came out pretty good though. We got pictures for everybody except for one person.
Oh, Allison?
My mother.
Oh,
like this.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Zachy, we can talk what you're watching, but you're still stuck on the 2, right? Last of Us and Poker Face?
Yeah, Last of Us and Poker Face. But Poker Face is really good.
Which we started Poker Face. Your synopsis was spot on with that. Other than you missed one joke. The joke of the thing that really got me was when she calls it the MAGA dog.
Oh, the dog is incredible.
The dog, first off, any episode that has
it a fascist goose-stepping dog.
Brisket. I mean, the brisket is shaking on the queue. I am knee deep. I love
That's
this.
the best one. Although the most recent one was pretty good too.
All right, we haven't got up there, but MAGA
Judith
dog.
Light.
That episode was definitely
the MAGA dog.
funny.
Yeah, that one's amazing. This most recent one with Judith Light is quite good too.
Judith Light of Who's the Boss?
The same.
Oh, Stillwood.
Yeah, she's in a wheelchair. Still would. She was weird in The Menu, Judith Light, but I guess she's making a comeback. Maybe she's becoming a thing again.
So here's your recommendation, something we crushed. We might be a little behind this, but Julie and I, we just devoured Kaleidoscope, which it's a weird one. It got a little bit of press because each episode is named a color, and the shtick is you can watch the episodes out of order. You can watch this before that one, and apparently it changes what you think about stuff. Got news for you. I've watched shows that have flashbacks, so it didn't change anything for me. No. It's 9 episodes with Gus Fring from Los Pollos Hermanos.
He almost bought an apartment, but they couldn't afford it.
It is Money Heist meets Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels-ish.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, it's 9 episodes. I would say we watched it in the order that it was on the TV, and I thought that was actually pretty good. Some of the payoffs were a little bit better, but
adding it to my list.
Yeah, there's a couple people in there. It was pretty good.
Oh, it's already on my list. George told me to watch it.
I liked it.
George. Go on.
Pishadoo.
He's got good taste. How do I know?
Of the week, I have 8 candidates here for you. Let's start now. One that call this arrow omission. I meant to bring this up last week, and I can't get over this. So you brought up the Pro Bowl and like Josh Allen's not playing. You know how that works now. It's basically they go through 25 different quarterbacks before they can find.
Was there. The long drive was captivating.
Okay, I watched 0 minutes because the Pro Bowl's for losers, but
Hawkinson drives at 320. That's for real.
3 on his what?
His driver.
Oh, it's just golf?
It's just a drive. CJ Mosley, 306. Fantastic.
Because he's a Jet. That's the only reason you care.
He came in second place. Hawkinson mowed him down. 320.
Okay. I really wish I was going to bring this in, lead a little bit more, but I was going to say, can you believe the Ravens quarterback made the Pro Bowl? And you're like, Lamar made the Pro Bowl? And I go, no. Tyler Huntley, who threw for less than 700 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and played, like 6 or 7 games?
You had as many yards as he did.
How the hell did he make the Pro Bowl? Even with the backups.
At a certain point, it should just be an honor. Just like your name and here's, give a check to charity. Right. That's it. Yeah.
Candidate number 2. They're making a Bad Boys 4. What were your thoughts on Bad Boys 3, Zach? You liked it? Was it good?
It was nostalgia. It was.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right,
Bad Boys for Life. I saw it. It was nostalgia. It was like 45 minutes too long. They could have banged it out in $1.20.
Why? Why are they doing this?
The search for more money. Spaceballs 2 told you the answer.
There's a
I
Spaceballs
have
too.
no idea. What? No,
I,
that was the whole. Yeah. He goes, when we all meet again in Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. Oh, no, they didn't make it, but that's what it is. It's a money grab. Bad Boys 3, they're like geriatric doing this thing. But whatever. They had some funny lines. Nothing nearly as good as it's Reggie from the second one. Like that was just
I don't know, man. I wonder like how many of these you keep making. Keep in mind they're on Fast and Furious 10. Here's my question. How many Fast and Furious are there going to be in our lifetime? Like, do they get
I
to
only saw one. Now I'm boycotting for the rest of it. None?
0? I don't give
Good.
it. I couldn't care. I'm not into car chases. It's not my thing.
I never saw Titanic also just because of boycotting the whole thing. Didn't want to do it. Everyone told me I had to, so I didn't.
It's good. It's
All
good.
right, maybe I'll watch it.
It's pretty good.
Watch it.
If anything, watch the making of it where they show Cameron going down to the real Titanic. That was actually pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Also, Julia's gonna be really mad that you've never seen it.
Good.
Candidate number 3.
That's where to find me.
A Virginia women's basketball team had their coach dress up like a player, come play. Apparently, they crushed the other team. Everybody finds out. Team forfeits the game. They've been suspended for the rest of the year.
Like they ladybugged?
No, it was like I assume this is like the assistant coach who played within the last couple of years who could pass for a player. What the hell are they doing? You don't think everybody knows?
It's ladybugs.
I know, but how much do you want to win a JV or varsity women's basketball game versus the mom of the kid who didn't get in? It was like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Candidate number 4. I'm not sure why this made my list. It just made me laugh. So a Mexican woman was trying to get a law settlement. So she went somewhere. She faints. She pretends like, oh no, help me. They take her to the hospital in the ambulance, discover her gallbladder's actually ruptured and she needs emergency life-saving surgery. Save her life.
Amazing.
I know. It's just one of those, like, she's kind of an asshole, but no.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, kismet. Good for her.
Your college state, where I think you own property for your ski house, Massachusetts lawmakers are trying to pass a law where prisoners can donate their organs to people that need transplants and get reduced sentences.
I don't like it.
Really? You're telling me you need a kidney? I'm like, he's doing 5 to 10. I'll take 1.
What did he do for it?
You think that matters?
Well, it's going to be inside me, so yeah, maybe.
They have shown, I've seen videos before, maybe on like 2020 back in the day, where somebody gets a heart, I think, and they never ate spicy food and it's all they can get. And then they try to find the person. They're like, oh, yeah, Thomas loves spicy food. We're really happy that,
I like it. Are you an organ donor? I saw something on somebody's Facebook recently asking who's organ donors and such.
I don't think we're supposed to ask that. I think that's like asking how much somebody makes for a living.
Well, it better be more than 30,000, but Ross Allen's not dating you.
Call back!
Yeah, I think I used to be, and then I didn't do it for this last one, and I think partially because of Chris Rock. They figure out a way to bring you back, and you don't have your eyes. Now you got no eyes. So, like,
all right, let's segue to, I think, the top 3 that I heard. An Iowa woman at a funeral home, still living, starts gasping for air after revival.
And she's in the casket?
I don't know how far in the burying process she was, but
like,
she was at the funeral home and still alive. I assume they were getting ready to like cremate her or something.
Doesn't that shit take some time? She was
how do they fuck that up? How do you mess that up that the person's still alive?
I don't know.
That for me, I heard that. I was like, all right,
that's very high on the list.
Oh, wait. Candidate number 7. I don't know who this is. Mary Magdalene, not the famous one, but some chick who's going at. She has size 38J tatas.
Picture.
One of them popped.
Like everywhere, just like
one of them popped, and she's decided she's gonna end up going with a more natural size for her reconstruction for both.
I think she should just go with one.
I don't think she mentioned the left one. I assume she's gonna get both done. I guess this segues me to, like, at some point, I don't get it. Like, why are you getting anything over a E? I mean, don't be wrong, E's a lot too, but like, why?
Why not?
Really?
Sure, why not?
Not look, if you're bigger and you got big ones, God bless. Like, knock yourself out. But to get when it just looks like a dodgeball inside there, that's weird.
Let's go.
All right. The
I
last
could like live with that. I mean, like 1, maybe 2 times.
Right.
But
last one, I got to read the article. When's the last time I read an article on here for something?
In a while.
A Long Island mom allegedly ran over a 15-year-old boy with her car twice to avenge her bullied son.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say her name.
That's
Charged
South
with
Shore right there. Guarantee. Italians.
Suffolk County, woman from Suffolk County, charged
Mhm.
for murder for slamming her car into a teen in the parking lot of a Manhattan bagel shop in October, then running him over. She then tries to trade in her leased Honda Passport for a different model to throw the cops off her trail, prosecutors say. I heard that story, and the only thing that came to my mind was, wait, a Manhattan bagel shop that has a parking lot?
It's pretty good.
Anyway, it was a typo. It was called Manhattan Bagel in Long Island.
Yeah. I guarantee you her last name ends in a vowel. Yeah, they don't mess around out there.
Tyler Huntley makes a Pro Bowl. Bad Boys 4. Virginia high school basketball coach. Mexican woman faints but gets her gallbladder taken care of. Massachusetts lawmakers donating organs now? Or I guess that's not the way to say that. Iowa woman still alive at the funeral home. Mary Magdalene, 38 J's. And Long Island woman runs over a kid twice.
This isn't even a discussion. It's the Iowa funeral home. Still alive at the funeral home? And she just like wake up.
All right, Zachy.
Insane.
Check your
Murder
phone.
happens. People have like phones and cars all the time. The funeral home's a newbie. I got my phone.
So check your phone. Well, today for trivia, this past week, my beloved landlord was having a rough week. So I decided to go to a florist and get her some flowers to help cheer her up. Zach, you know who's Pishadoo of the week? I go home, I bring her the flowers. You know what she says? Did one of your patients give these to you? I was like, no, I swear that's actually what happened. I was like, I can't believe that. But at the florist, I saw apparently colors of roses make a difference. So with Valentine's Day coming up, I just texted you, I think 6 colors, and I texted you 6 things that they mean. Zach, so let me read them in alphabetical order. It is coral/orange. I don't know if those are the same color, but not. Deep pink, pink, red, white, and yellow. What do they mean? Your choices are appreciation, desire or enthusiasm, first love, friendship, innocence, purity, love, and respect. Match each one, and I'll let you know how many of these 6 you got right.
Oh, I'm going to go full Allison on this one. Okay, so I'm going to go in order.
One of them is very easy, so you'll be okay.
So is Allison. Terrible. I love her. She's great. I do give her a hard time, but she'll deal. She doesn't like that, but I think she secretly does. She likes the attention. Oh, look at me, lavish me. Anyway, coral/orange. I am gonna go with friendship.
Okay.
Deep pink. I'm gonna go with first love.
Okay.
Pink. I'm gonna go with desire. Red, love and respect. White, innocence and purity. And yellow, appreciation.
All right. You got 2 right. Well, you got the one that I thought you would. White, innocence and purity, obviously.
Yeah.
Red, love and respect. Those are the 2 you got right.
Okay.
4. Yellow is friendship or joy.
Weak.
Pink is first love. Deep pink, which sounds very dirty, is appreciation. And coral/orange is desire or enthusiasm. Somebody gives you roses. Thanks for the roses. Like, who gives a shit, right?
Yeah,
did you have any idea? I had no idea. When I saw this sign, I was like, that's a thing?
I just made it up. And I cannot believe she thought someone gave those to you.
What a jerk. Am I right?
A little bit, yeah. What'd you do? She needs roses? Like,
she just was. She's 6 months pregnant and she was being hormonal. So I just tried to do something sweet.
See? How'd that work out for you? Don't do anything. Well, when they're 6 months pregnant, you don't have to do anything. They're not going anywhere. So they'll be fine.
Zachy, finishing this up. It's February. Let's talk about your guilty pleasures. Are you up for a Scott on the Rocks? Am I right?
Look at him. It's like you're Ed Sheeran or something. Guy's got like a 12-pack.
Booze Your Dad of the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. I hope everybody has a great Super Bowl. Zachy, 1.5 points. Who you got?
I like the Chiefs. I don't know. I think Mahomes is going to win another one. It can't be a dynasty of one. What do you have?
I told you already. I have the
Who do
Chiefs.
you want? Who do you have?
I couldn't care less. Timmy's going to the game. Spent
Ballsy.
all the monies. Yeah. Meanwhile, best football tweet that I saw. Tom Brady has more retirements than Aaron Rodgers has rings.
That's pretty good. Easy there, Rothman, with your birds.
Great googly moogly.
Andrew!
We out.